men and women. You know, um, y'all already know who I am, Maurice Bishop Chess. Y'all know my slogan: "Life is a game of chess." All right, guys. As y'all can see, hopefully y'all can see the title on here, but it's called "How Did I Become a Better Chess Player?" and "How Can You Become a Better Chess Player Yourself?" All right, so let's actually begin. Number one, guys, when I was like 12 years old, I played. Um, well, at the time when I was 12 years old, I was into basketball, I was into boxing, I was into all that, right? But then my dad actually bought a chess set, and he actually taught me how to play chess. And at that time, he used to beat me all the time in chess and everything. And I was like, man, like I don't know what it is, guys. It was something about chess that I just really love. And I was like, you know what, I really want to, get better. I want to, master this thing, right? So my dad taught me how to play chess and taught me how to make the moves, taught me the en passant checkmates, things like that. Obviously, my dad is not a good chess player. I mean, he know how to make moves, like he know how to play, but obviously not as much as I do. So how I got better in chess is I started uh, looking at, or I started reading chess books. So at the time, you gotta think, man, I was like 12 years old at the time. So a lot of times, I would go to the library, and yes, guys, I was kind of like a ghetto hood person, but at the same time, I was like very smart and everything. But that was just something that I love. I love basketball. I love rapping and spoken word poetry. Yes, those were my passion or whatever. But it was something about chess that I just love. So I used to go to the library, and I used to, get a whole bunch of chess books and everything, and I did this for a very long time, guys. And even for my birthday, like a lot of my years and like my childhood years and everything, you know how for your birthday you may be like, I want a video game, or I want a PlayStation, or maybe Genesis, or maybe some toys, things like that. That's usually how like most kids would ask, like that stuff they would ask. But for me, I was actually asking for, chess books, and that's what I wanted. It was just something that I love. If it wasn't chess book, it was a chess set. But majority of the time, it was always chess books. So the first chess book that I've read was Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess, and that was what I think that was my first. No, I take that back, guys. No, that wasn't my. Actually, yes, it was. That was my first chess book. Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess. That was my first book. At least that I owned. But when I went to the library, um, I believe when I went to the library, the first chess book I had was the Yazzer Sawan books. He had like the opening books, the middle game books, the end game books, and then it was another one called um How to Win Quickly in Chess, and some other books by Bruce Payne, the national master at the time, so I was getting a lot of those books at the time. Obviously, the books that y'all see now, obviously, there's like a whole bunch of knowledge, and there's a lot of other people that's, really good and everything. So, uh, yeah, but those type of chess books, I mean, obviously, they're like really good books. But back then, it was all about Yasser Sawan, Bruce Payne, Bobby Fischer Teacher Chess, and those were the books that I was reading. And I got a lot of ideas, from those books at a young age. And I was like literally like memorize. I got so good, I literally memorized. It wasn't, I don't think it was just really me just trying to memorize. It was just more so um I looked at it so much and start analyzing a lot of the positions, I got an understanding of it, and even end games, I got ideas from it and all that. So it started from that, just reading chess books. And then eventually when I started playing my dad couldn't beat me no more. Literally, he couldn't beat me no more. And it got to a point where he started getting people from the neighborhood to play me, and I will beat them. Um, I mean, it just got bad, guys. Like I was just beating everybody. And then my aunt came in and was like, "Okay, let's put him in a chess club." And the chess club I came to was on CBM Nights. This club was like at the time the state champions. They played in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Was that's where the state championship was held. So um, yeah, I went to the club. We had a coach there. We actually had like three mentors. So we had one that was actually like really, really good. You know, like he always played in the open section. He was like real sharp, an attacking player, very aggressive. So he was kind of like my mentor, and so was Coach Brooks. Coach Brooks was my mentor. Larry Pugh, who is very well known in the chess world locally. You know, um, he was the one that was like really like teaching me a lot of things. You know, telling me what to look for. You know, being like having your pieces active. That's why a lot of times when y'all see my games and everything, I'm always attacking. I'm always playing initiative. I'm thinking a different way. Because of him, because of Larry Pugh, he actually gave me the guidance on that, on how to do it. And since then, I just ran with it. But eventually, I got even more better when I started, you know, really like I don't know, like looking at other Masters games. What's his name? Grandmaster Simon Williams. Y'all know him at Ginger GM. I started looking at for a long time. This is years, guys. Like I was looking at a lot of his videos. I was looking at um, the chess bra, but probably not as much though, only because Ginger GM was the one that I was really like trying to get a lot of ideas from, you know, things like that. And then, of course, I don't know if y'all know of ICC, Internet Chess Club. You know, that was one of them, or that was Ginger Gion was the one that I really like looked at. You know, and but the Internet Chess Club, I look at a lot of the Grandmasters play and how they was doing. I would memorize a lot of their games and everything. You know, so the point that I'm making is as I'm telling y'all how I got better, you know, yes, I read a lot of books, but I did a lot of studying. I studied a lot of positions all my life, you know, even end games and everything. That's pretty much what I've done, you know, and I've done that for a very long time. And I still do it even to this day because it's just my passion. I'm always thinking about, you know, how to get better. You know, I always look at like the weaknesses that I have and everything. So, I always try to better my game. So, um, so what is the first step? Y'all probably asking, what is the first step of getting better? Well, number one, um, I always say know y'all end games, man. And I know a lot of y'all that watch my channel, y'all always talk about, man, what about this opening? You know, what about this opening and this and that? And that's good. I mean, that's good. And I always say, if you're gonna have an opening, um, don't try to memorize a whole bunch of openings. Like at least try to master that one opening. Because the thing is, what most chess players would do, they would study an opening for that one opening, and then all of a sudden they'll look at another opening and then try to go through all of that, and then they'll look for another opening, try to go for that, and then go for another opening. Try. The thing is, the problem with that is you're so distracted with certain openings and everything, and it's like you're not becoming good because you didn't even master the first opening that you was even trying to learn. So why not try to learn those openings, master that, and then when you get really good in those openings, then you can go and try to learn another opening. You know, I can't stress that enough, guys. You know, if you're gonna learn an opening, try to master that one first, and once you do that, then you go and look for another opening. But also, guys, end games, man, end games, end games, end games. Definitely make sure your end games are on point. I'm not saying that you gotta look at your or try to study end games for a whole 6 to 8 hours and all that. I'm not saying that. The crazy part is a lot of y'all would try to study y'all opening probably those hours and everything, maybe 4 or 5 hours. Y'all may try to study those openings, but the same amount of time that you're putting in that studying openings and everything, you should put that in for like your end games and your middle games. Learn that. Because the thing is, in all honesty, guys, you could learn an opening and let's say you master it, but you may have your opponent may play a different position, or they may have something that you never seen before. Now you can't really base your play off of just openings. Now you got to play chess. Now you got to know your middle games. You got to know your end games. You got to know your pawn structures. Making sure your king is placed right. Making sure your pieces is in the right position. You got to find the weak squares, dark squares. You got to you really got to take all that in consideration. Of when you're looking at a position, and then it comes down to you got to calculate on certain positions. You got to know when to sacrifice a piece, when not to sacrifice a piece. When to exchange a piece, when not to exchange a piece. You gotta learn those, guys. You gotta learn those middle games, end games. Definitely. Uh, I can't stress that enough, guys. At least for me, guys. Like, even and I'm be honest with y'all, guys. I'm gonna really be straight up with y'all. When it came down to me playing in tournaments and everything, I can't say I was very strong in openings, and that's to really be honest with you. I can't. I would be lying to you if I said that because I mastered this opening, I won a lot of games in my tournaments. I'll be lying to y'all. What made me won the games or win a lot of games in my tournaments, or not just winning games, but winning tournaments in general, wasn't just opening. It was my middle game. It was my end game. There were times in the opening I was kind of losing, but because I had a good concept of end games and everything, I managed to win middle games and everything because I knew when to sacrifice a piece. I knew when not to sacrifice a piece. I knew when to exchange pieces, when not to exchange pieces. I did that, and the crazy part is, guys, the book that I was reading from front to back of the cover was "Play Like a Grandmaster" by Alexander Koda. So I was reading a lot of his books. I was reading a lot of middle game books. You know, Art of Attack, which is another one, which is also a classic book, a very classic book that I've got that I've read as well. So a lot of those books, like middle games and end games, like those were the books that I was reading growing up. Like I said, I didn't really have a lot of opening repertoire like I do now. Obviously I have a good opening repertoire now because, like I said, it took time and it took a lot of experiences, and I had to figure out at the time, what opening that I was comfortable with, and that was the biggest thing, guys. I had to figure out what opening that I was comfortable with. I had to figure out, yeah. Hey, thanks, Buxy Singh. I hope I'm saying your name right, man. Buxy Singh. Is it? Am I saying it right? Buxy Singh. Yeah, but Coda's. But yes, you're right, bro. Coda's books are definitely great, man. Like I said, Play Like a Grandmaster, which was like that was like the book that I took everywhere with me. I took that book everywhere with me and started studying that. Think Like a Grandmaster. This is another awesome book that I've read. And also, I was reading the 1953 Zurich International book, which was by David Bronstein. Also, another strong grandmaster at that time too. Very strong player, man. And honestly, that whole tournament, it was a whole bunch of strong people there because you had Paul Kears on there, you had Petrosian on there, you had I can never say his name right. Smyslov, Grandmaster Smyslov. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm not sure. And David Bronstein himself, and like I said, it was a whole bunch of strong grandmasters there, and I would actually look at a lot of their games and figure out, just like the way they play, like from the opening to the middle game, all the way down to the end game. And I would actually take like the techniques that they had, and then I'll use it in my own games. Um, another thing, guys, is I know a lot of y'all really don't know how to analyze y'all own games. That's something that y'all just really don't know. Like you'll look at y'all position and just be like, I can't do that because of this, or I can't do that because of that. Um, for y'all, I highly encourage y'all. I definitely highly encourage y'all. Like if y'all have like some a group of people, like some people around y'all that are also good in chess, or and honestly, maybe let's say not all of y'all are good at chess, but I always say two heads are better than one. If you had two people or one person with you or whatever, that's great or whatever. That is like great. But if you have like two or three more people, that's also even better because the thing is you'll have more eyes on the position, and then y'all can actually brainstorm and use y'all heads together and try to figure out, which move is better, which move is not. Because the more you actually do that, the more better you become, the more you start becoming aware of certain positions. And the thing is, you want to get that muscle memory on certain positions that you get as well. You know, another thing that I did a lot in my childhood life is look at complicated positions, and I did a lot of complicated puzzles, and I'm telling you, at that time, I guess, like I said, at that time, I guess I was ahead of my time when I was playing back in 2001 and two, three, all the way up to like 2007. I think I was like ahead of my time at the time because I just knew what I was studying at the time. I knew what I was studying. I knew what I needed to do. And again, I'm gonna say this again. I was not a master in openings or none of that. I just knew how to get to weak squares, and tactics was. I was pretty good in tactics. Obviously, I'm a lot stronger in tactics now, or whatever. But yeah, I'm a lot stronger now, but back then I don't think I was that. I was strong enough where I understood the position, especially when I had a specific position in my games. I knew how to uh, get it to my advantage. So again, number one, guys, number one, think of the opening you want and whatever, and try to master that. That's number one. Um, like I said, once you master your opening, then you can go and try to study some other openings. Number two, really, really get in on your middle games. Your middle game. It talks about how to attack the isolated pawns. Your diagonals. When to sacrifice, when not to sacrifice. There are times where you have to use certain chess strategies where you got to find dark squares and weak squares. It gets to the whole weak square complex, dark square complex, certain things or certain positions where you can't just keep on attacking, your opponent. You actually have to use strategic moves. You have to place your piece in the right position in order to start an attack. So you have to really get in on your middle games. Again, there are a lot in the crazy part, guys. There are a lot of high ranking grandmasters, or not it don't even gotta be grandmaster. It's just a lot of high rated players that's out there who really don't study openings at all. They just play chess. They just study on like the middle games and their end games and everything, and they win a lot of games. There are a lot of people that are like that, and and again, there's a lot of opening books and all of that, and I get it, but if you really want to get better in chess, and it's not even just tournament, guys. This is just like even in online chess, you know, it's not just online chess, guys. This is like on tournament wise, or just if y'all just playing a free blitz or whatever, things like that. If you really want to get better, get down on y'all middle games and y'all end games, man. Because the more you start studying more on your middle games and your tactics, oh my goodness, guys, tactics. y'all know the old phrase or the old statement where it says chess is 99% tactics. Well, definitely online, guys. Y'all know me online. I do a lot of tactics and stuff. Definitely online, there's a lot of tactics. So that's why I say tactics is or chess is 99% tactics. So make sure y'all get on y'all tactics, man. And if y'all gotta look at a puzzle, and I'm not saying y'all gotta be on your chess puzzle for hours and hours and hours. I'm not saying that, guys. All I'm saying is you need to take the time out. Matter of fact, let me break this down. I'm gonna break it down like that. So let's say you want to lose weight, right? Let's say you want to lose weight. How are you gonna lose weight? You're gonna lose weight by going to the gym, or if you don't go to the gym, you may work out at home. And each time you're lifting weights or whatever, you may be lifting weights, maybe you're doing push-ups, sit-ups, maybe you're going for a run. You're going to keep doing that. And in the beginning, guys, you're going to get like, you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel like kind of like rusty. And it's kind of like the same way with chess. You get back in chess, you didn't really study like that, and you're trying to get back to it. And even if you get like a tactical puzzle, you may not get it the first time because you're a little rusty and everything. And that's pretty much how it always is. You're just a little rusty. You don't know like what's going on and everything. And you just got to keep practicing, training your mind, and then getting a concept of it. So it's the same thing with coming down with losing weight and everything. The more you start lifting weights or push-ups, pull-up bars, sit-ups, going for a run, eventually you start doing that consistently. Then next thing you know, you start becoming stronger. Your longevity becomes longer. You won't feel as tired, or worn out like you used to be. Or when you first was working out, your whole body was sore because you haven't really worked out like that. And now that you're consistently doing it, now you're feeling stronger, you're feeling alive, you're breathing better, you don't feel like you're out of breath, you have a lot of agility, you have some speed going because you're constantly doing it. Well, it's the same thing with chess, guys. The only way you're going to get better is you put in the work. You gotta train. When it comes to tactical puzzles, look at it for 30 minutes. Shoot, I work out for like 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day, and that's all it takes. And honestly, and that's the average, guys. And I noticed I'm a certified personal trainer. For all y'all that don't know, I'm a certified personal trainer. I went to Body Design University and everything, and I got my certificate, my plaque. I might actually post that in the community and everything. So hey, thank you, High Tech J, man. I really appreciate it, man. Hey, thanks, man, for your feedback. Shout out to High Tech J. But yeah, guys. So the same thing when it comes to working out and everything. It's the same thing you want to do with chess. For 30 minutes, man, look at some tactical chess puzzles and just start trying to solve the puzzles as fast as possible. But if you're really, really that rusty and you really don't know, then just take your time. Just take your time and just go over on the puzzles. Just look at it. And then if you're really that stuck and you can't figure it out, then go to solution box or whatever. But when you go to solution box, then actually get the concept of what they're talking about. Hey, what's up, Junior Detroit? Hey, what's going on with you? How can we start off with workout if not done any to it? What you mean, man? How can we start? Oh, how can we start off with the workout? Like just physical fitness, like fitness wise? Um, if you're talking about like how to start out your first time on fitness, like I said, you can start off with push up. Now let me tell you this. Now that we're kind of switching gears now with fitness and stuff, um, I highly encourage y'all to do body weight exercises. I highly encourage y'all to do that. And the reason why I'm saying is because in the beginning, I started off trying to work out as a bodybuilder. I don't know if y'all saw my Facebook page or all of that. I was like kind of built or whatever. Um, I'm kind of, I mean, I'm still built now, but not like how I used to be now. But when I was doing the whole bodybuilding, I was lifting a whole bunch of weights and everything and things like that. Eventually I started becoming slow, or I felt like when I was running, I was slow, you know, like I wasn't as fast as I used to be. Um, and then when you start working out for a period of time, you know, your muscles start to like compress, like it start to I know your muscles don't it doesn't last long, which is pretty much what I'm saying. The muscle doesn't last long. Whereas your body weight exercises, your muscles last long. Because the thing is, when you lift a lot of weights, you know, all your life lifting a whole bunch of weights, yes, you'll look good and everything. But the moment you really stop working out and everything, you'll feel it because you'll it's like you're putting a lot of strain on your muscles, and you'll have some parts of your muscles where you feel like it's like you feel really sore, and it's like it's just not going away. And that's how I felt at the time. So now I do a lot of body weight exercise. Now, don't get me wrong, I can do, like I said, I could do like certain workouts or whatever, things like that. Or like I could lift like specific weights or whatever, things like that. But I don't try to go as far as trying to lift a whole bunch of heavier weights because I know what it does because it put a lot of strain on your muscles. Um, Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was the Mr. Olympian or whatever, and he stopped like working out somewhere along the way. And next thing you know, if you see I saw a picture of him, he's like he don't got that body no more. It just didn't last long. But body weight exercise, it definitely lasts long. Um, all right, high tech. What is a good way to approach studying the middle game? I started with a good, strong opening, and after about move 10 or 14, I feel like I'm just aimlessly moving pieces without any plan. Okay, so how can you approach studying the middle game? All right, so number one, I don't know if y'all read this book called My System by Aaron Izovich. Now, there's actually two sides of those books. So you have one, which is like the original one, which is like kind of like a thin book, but you have the other My System book, which is called My System Chess and Praxis or Praxis, whatever you want to call it. I highly recommend that you get those type of chess books or that book alone, because with that, that actually talks about the importance of your rank, getting your rooks to the second or eighth rank. You know, it talks about the blockade, talk about overprotection of the pieces. It talks about the dark squares, the isolation of the pawns. It actually talks about all of that and everything. And the thing is, a lot of people miss it, but you know that's something that you should really do. Look at the My System book. Definitely study that. My bad, guys. The light went off. It's like one of those light things. Um, but yeah, guys, definitely study that. The My System, and then also, guys, also look at. There's a book called it's by Joe Benjamin, The Liquidations. So that's also a good book as well. But I highly recommend that y'all look at the Aaron Izovich book because, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all. It is a boring book. It is a boring book. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it is imperative that you really get into that book and study that because it would save you a lot of trouble because you'll start playing a whole bunch of chess games and not really knowing like, yo, man, like, why did I do this move or why I didn't do this and everything. It would save you a lot of time, like for real, man, a lot. Uh, Trust me, I studied the Aaron Izovich book, man, and I hated it, but I know that I had a hunger of getting better, and I really wanted to get really better. And at the time, I wanted to be a 2200 player, so that was me. Um, Junior Detroit, are you a FID rated player, and how are you keeping up with the game being in the armed forces? Yeah, so I am a or what you call it, USCF rated player. Um, I stopped I stopped playing in tournaments in 2006 because that's when I joined the military. I joined the military, and when I joined the military, you know, it was just a lot of things I had to do. I had to go to basic training for about they say 9 weeks, but it's technically like 10 weeks because that first week you go for in processing, and after the in processing, then that's when you start basic training. So all of that was 10 weeks. And then after that, I didn't go home. I had to go to AIT, which was 2 weeks. But the thing is, I didn't finish AIT in 2 weeks. I wound up being there for at least 5 months. And I was in there for 5 months because number one, we got held over because there was so many soldiers at the time that needed to go for the class. So we got held over, so it was people that was there for a long time and they couldn't get into the AIT class, so they had to wait. And I was in that same situation, so I had to wait for the whole 5 months. But yes, I am a USCF rated player, and as far as how I'm keeping up with the game, being in armed forces, um, I still make time for it, and I'm always make. And as y'all see, I'm always posting. I literally post like literally almost like every day, guys. Like I post every day. I make time for it. It's my passion. It's what I love to do. So that's just me. It's kind of like every day you got to eat. You'll never hear somebody say, how do you make time for you to eat? you know, you just do it. So by me being in the armed forces, I make time to study my game, even if I'm going to the field. A lot of times I will bring my chess book with me. Just one. I'll bring like one chess book, and it might be like tactical puzzles and everything, and I'll just go through that. Or half of the time it would be some endgame books. So I'll bring and there's always two books that I always bring that I really want to look at. It will be either a tactical puzzle, which is like a lot of tactical puzzles. So I'll bring that, and then I'll bring the endgame book with me to look over. So that's what I do. And no problem, high tech. Really appreciate it. I think it's another. Hey, yo, man, I'm glad that y'all asking a lot of questions, man. Like I said, I'm here for y'all, man. So like anytime y'all wanna ask some more questions. And like I said, y'all know me, man. Like anytime y'all comment on the videos, man, I'm willing to talk to y'all about anything, man. And just to give y'all a heads up before I forget, there's gonna be I don't know if it's gonna be this week, next week, or maybe somewhere in the middle of next month, maybe, because for all y'all don't know, I'm actually moving out of I'm moving out of the old house where I'm at now, and I'll be in the new house. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of moving, a lot of packing up a lot of my stuff, and I'm gonna do that. Do you ever play chess with some of your military buddies? I do, actually. I do, guys. The crazy part is a lot of the people that I play the military, I beat every single one of them. But a lot of the people that play, they don't play in tournaments at all. They don't study chess or whatever. They don't do none of that stuff. So me playing them, I crush them like crazy, guys. It's like it's really no competition. I just beat them. But yeah, I don't play with them as much because we be busy and things like that. But yeah, any chance I get, if we ever had time and we'll play a game, then yeah, I'll play it. But then there's a lot of them that just won't play me at all because they know that I play in tournaments and things like that. So that just never happens. All right, guys. I know one of the questions somebody was asking in one of the videos. I can't remember which video it was. But they was asking me how do you get better in bullet chess? That was a biggest thing. So as far as bullet chess, guys, how to get better in bullet chess, you really have to. Number one, bullet chess is more of like instinct. You're playing off the instinct. But the thing is, this is why I say y'all need to study. It's not just openings. You really need to know your middle games and your end games, because when it really comes down to it, when you're moving really fast and everything, and you're playing everything off of instinct, you need to look at the position, and there should be some type of patterns. And that's why I can't stress this enough, guys, that y'all need to look through y'all patterns, chess patterns, man. If it's because I'm telling you, there'll be a lot of positions in y'all games where y'all may miss mate in two, or y'all may miss like some tactical patterns. Like y'all may miss some tactics that y'all can do. Times where y'all could have had fork, but you didn't. You know what I mean? So it's very imperative that you actually start studying tactics and studying that middle game. And when you get that down pat, and I'm not saying you're gonna get better overnight. I'm not saying that, but the more like I told you before, the first analogy, if you want to lose weight or if you want to become a bodybuilder, you got to put in the work. 30 minutes a day, constantly work out 30 minutes a day. Keep doing it consistently. Don't stop or whatever. Same thing with chess. You want to get better middle games, start looking at it for 30 minutes a day. Just keep doing that. You want to see more tactics in your games and everything, start studying tactics, 30 minutes a day at least, man. I'm not saying you got to do it for 4, 5, 8 hour, 10 hour. I'm not saying that. Just do it 30 minutes a day. Because honestly, 30 minutes a day is way better than just trying to study it for like once in a blue. You do it once in a blue, you're probably going to forget everything that you learned, and you're probably going to forget the pattern, and you're not going to really know about it until you go back to it again. So, and you got to think about it, your brain. You have a muscle memory. The more you start looking at patterns and studying position, your muscle memory it start to increase and everything. Then you start taking in exactly what you're reading. You know what I mean? So always remember that. Um, Parth, who is my favorite chess player? I always say this all the time, guys. My favorite chess player is Michael Tao, the greatest tactician in the world. And then my number two favorite player is Emery Tate, R.I.P. Emery Tate and Michael Tao. Um, the reason why I like Michael Tao though, because Michael Tao he took a lot of risk when playing. Um, I can't really say. I mean, it's risk, but how can I say this? He understood the position. He understood attacking. He understood that And then you gotta think back in those times, people were attacking, but they wasn't attacking like he was. He was off the wall with it, man. I'm telling you, this guy, Michael Tao, was off the wall with his games, man. He could just see stuff. It's almost like he was like a computer engine, man, like a tactician computer engine, and that's what it really come off to, man. That dude, he just did some things, man, and that just excited me even more. And that's why, like when I play, I try to um I don't know, man. I got like over 300 something videos on my channel. So if y'all look at one of my channels, y'all see there are times where I did positional sacrifices, queen sacks, still won the game. So there's a lot of things that I've done, in my videos that I actually uploaded in my channel that y'all can actually see. But yeah, I try to attack as much as possible, especially in tournaments, which is what I've done as well. But yeah, Michael Todd, man, he is definitely that legend. He is definitely that legend. Emery Tate is one of them because that was one of the chess players he admired. The only book from I actually read his book. It seems like the only book he really paid attention to was The Art of Attack by Vladimir Vujovic. Yeah, so again, I always say that, man. Art of Attack, man, definitely get that book, man. Art of Attack is definitely that book, man. Like it would, if you really want to be an attacking player, man, definitely read that book from front to cover, man, for real. I mean, from front to back. Definitely get into that Art of Attack because that book is crazy. But yeah, guys. So number one, guys, if you're gonna look at an opening, try to master that one opening. Don't try to cram your mind with so much openings to the point where you don't even remember some of the lines and everything. Take that one, try to master that. Number two, go through your middle games, be consistent with it. If you gotta study middle games for 30 minutes a day, do that. Tactical puzzle, 30 minutes a day. End games, 30 minutes a day. Continue to do that. Every day, man. Just keep doing that. You want to get better, yes, and don't get me wrong, guys. Yes, you can you can play online, you can do all that, but what's the good of playing online where you really don't know where you're weak at and things like that? You know what I mean? So you really need to pay attention to that. Also, guys, and I always say this, guys, even after, like, if you're playing online, after you playing online, a lot of people they just play online and then they'll go to the next game without even analyzing their position. Go and analyze your position. If you're gonna play online and you really want to get better, get in a habit of playing online and then actually, analyzing your position after every game. That's how I did it. That's how because there was a time where I couldn't even get to 1500. I couldn't get to 1600. I couldn't get to none of that. But eventually I started analyzing my games and started like looking at positions. And then next thing you know, I'm a 2200 son. And then in 3 minute blitz, I'm a 2300 and everything. So, um, that's what I'm saying, man. Definitely get in the habit of doing that for real, man. Like, cause the more you start being consistent with studying chess, the more better you'll actually become. And that's why I show y'all a lot of the Black Lion and the Elshad system. I show y'all a lot of that, and I know a lot of people y'all like the Elshad system. Um, y'all could play the Elshad system. Y'all could definitely play that opening. However, guys, still you need to study y'all middle games because yes, you can go by what the opening says and things like that. But suppose if your opponent plays a different move that you haven't seen before, maybe a move that you haven't seen before in the videos that I showed you, or maybe a move that you haven't seen in a book that you read. You know, you need to figure out exactly the position. You need to figure out exactly what move do I really need to make, and try to use common sense with it. You know. So okay. So hi Ted, you said, do you think being good at chess has a correlation with being good at math? Ever since I started playing, I feel math like calculus 1 and 2 has gotten easier for me. Um, to be honest, I'm be honest with you. I hate math. I literally hate math and everything. So yeah, honestly, you're probably a better math person than I am because I hate math. I hate algebra. I hate geometry. I hate math in general. Um, but will learning math or being better at math like kind of like help with being good at chess? I highly doubt it because I play good now. I could be better though. I could definitely be better. I still don't think I'm the best. I may show videos of me winning and things like that, but I also get my good. Matter of fact, in the videos that I showed y'all see some games where I've lost. So when I play live games and I upload it, like I show y'all where I lose and things like that. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just letting y'all know I'm human. What I mean, yes, my rating is high, but also I lose to some people. So that's something that I like to show everybody that I do lose. A lot of chess YouTubers, they'll show a lot of games where they won or whatever, which is fine. I mean, that's fine and things like that. But in reality, people lose. Magnus Carlsen, even though he's a 3100 sign in chess.com and Lichess, he lose too. What I mean? There were times where he just had a bad day and he lost a lot of his games, but a lot of people on YouTube, they really won't show that they lose. That's why I actually respect Ginger G Young because if y'all look at a lot of Ginger G Young's games and stuff, and he do live bullet games and stuff or live blitz games, he actually show y'all live that he lost a game and he still uploads it. So and that's the same thing with me. I uploaded games even when I lose, so I have no shame of that. Everybody lose. And at the same time, all we can do is learn from it and get better from it. So I have no shame of that. Um, Chess helps math. Thinking logically and being systematic, etc. I never even thought about that, Booksies. Like I've never really thought about it like that. Uh it's speaking of math, what I can actually tell you is I think chess does help with educational wise. Like it does help you to study properly. And kind of like how you say being systematic. So I do believe that chess helps you to be disciplined. That's the big thing that I always believe, that it does help you to study properly, help you to be disciplined, help you to focus. It definitely help you to think a few moves ahead. And the same way in life. That's why I always say my slogan, life is a game of chess, because I always believe that, no matter where we're at in life, it all comes down to chess at the same time. If we're going to work or whatever, and there are new things at the job or new things that you need to learn at the job, you still have to study, you still have to prep for it. Same thing with chess. You still got to study middle games, openings, or whatever, and still prep for it. Even when you're going to a tournament, you got to prep for your tournament. Thinking a few moves ahead. It could be finances. It could be what I'm doing right now. My landlord said I had or my landlord said that he wants to sell a house and we're gonna have to find another place. So I had to think a few moves ahead. I had to look at, okay, what's the closest place I can go at, and at the same time make sure that my son is close to the school that he needs to go to. You know what I mean? So like I said, chess is. I always say chess is like the way of life, because regardless of if people think about it, you still use chess in a way. The same thing in life. Um, is there a technique for improving time management significantly improved since playing chess? Oh, you're saying I agree. My brain. Oh no. Okay, so is there a technique for improving time? Okay, yeah. So there is a technique for improved time management. So all right, guys. A lot of y'all, I know a lot of y'all have like phones, like y'all got smartphones and everything. Now with y'all smartphones, I know a lot of y'all probably got Google as well. Google has like a calendar and everything, and if you actually input that in your phone, on your calendar, obviously y'all already know when that time comes, it will make a alarm sound. So to really get in the habit of it, why not put an alarm in your calendar to say, hey, study time or something, or this day middle games, or this day openings, or this day end games and everything, and just set an alarm for it for those days. Um, People don't know, but like it takes 21 days to reprogram your mind. 21 days to reprogram your mind. So just think about it, guys. If you're actually having a study plan for yourself, and you set that time for 30 minutes a day, and you set an alarm on for 21 days, eventually, guys, if you do that for 21 days consistently, then most likely it already became your habit. And now you're just doing it out of nowhere. And there's going to be times where you don't need an alarm for it, because your body and your mind became adjusted to the habits that you already inputted. So think about it like that. So if you want to talk about time management, I always believe time management comes with a habit. In order to do those habits, you gotta enforce those habits. So that's why I say use the alarm, use the calendar and everything to be like, okay, on this day I gotta do opening. On this day I gotta do middle game. On this day I gotta do end game, and you'll just keep doing it over and over again for 21 days. And eventually once you do that, it just becomes a habit, and you'll start doing it, without even realizing it. Uh, my brain just feels stronger, and I feel that my mental mass significantly improves since playing chess. That's awesome, man. And that's what chess does, man. That's exactly what chess does. And I highly encourage y'all, if y'all got kids and everything that that may not be doing well in school or whatever, things like that. Try to teach them how to play chess and everything. Eventually, man, if they really, and like I said, every kid is different. So you may have some kids who just don't like chess at all. We live in today's generation where everybody, all they want to do is be on TikTok, or they just want to be on Instagram, or they just want to play Roblox. I think it's called Roblox or Roblox. So I'm seeing a lot of people, they want to play more of that. So I think it would be a good idea to teach y'all kids how to play chess, because eventually the more they learn, eventually when they go to school and everything, and they got like homework, or they need to study for a test, eventually their study habits will greatly improve. I always believe that. You know, when that gets improved and everything, they'll be like, man, how the heck I'm doing that? Well, it's chess. Chess puts you in the mindset of being focused. It helps you to focus. It helps you to study properly. It helps you to think few moves ahead and everything, and it helps you to strategize. That's what chess does. And subconsciously, in life, that's what we do. We do a lot of things subconsciously, and we don't even realize it. you know. So that's something that y'all need to look at as well. You know, do anybody have any more questions? I know a lot of y'all got a lot of questions. Like I said, I'm here for y'all, man. Definitely ask away, man, about anything, man, about anything. Um, and like I said, guys, like I said, I could share my screen too, guys. So that's another thing I could definitely do. I could definitely share my screen, if y'all need to see a certain position or something. But yeah, eventually I am going to do that, guys. That is something that I am going to do. I am going to do a calendar for when I will be doing like live sessions, you know, live on a board stuff. So that's something that I am thinking about doing because, like I said, I want all of y'all to interact with me and interact with the position and everything because I think because what I'm seeing now in YouTube now, what a lot of people is doing, like they're doing videos and they're showing people like games, or you may have people just playing bullet games. But yes, don't get me wrong, they'll interact with the people, but I'm talking about interacting in a way where it will help them get better, and that's what I want to do for all of y'all. You know what I mean? So that's like what I want to do. High tech. My day is going well. My day is definitely going well. Um, like I said, after work, I still gotta pack up a lot of my stuff for the move. You know, I already started packing. I already packed up half of my clothes, and then half of actually, I packed up all my chess books. Packed up all my chess books, put it in the box. You know, so that's ready to go. But I think the rest is just really a lot of the clothes that I have, a lot of the silverware, and you know, dishes. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I gotta pack up, so it's gonna be a lot. But at the same time, I still make time to post videos and all that, so that's something that I'm definitely gonna do. Um, but yeah, guys. Okay, guys, it is 13:08, which is 1:08 p.m. right now. I didn't even think I was gonna be on here that long, guys, but 52 minutes. Yeah, I've been on here like for 52 minutes. It's crazy, man. But yeah, guys. But guys, I hope y'all got a lot of value out of this, man. I'm hoping that I'm helping a lot of y'all out, man. Again, man, I can't stress this enough, man. If y'all really want to get better in chess, like I told y'all before, it's kind of like working out. You know, you want to be a bodybuilder, you got to keep lifting weights. If you want to, you know, whatever you want to do, you got to put in the work. Like I said, 30 minutes a day. So again, guys, um, if you got to do 30 minutes a day for openings, do that. 30 minutes a day for middle game, 30 minutes a day for end games. You know, consistently just do that. Or guys, another option that y'all can do for that whole week for 30 minutes a day, you could just concentrate for that first week on just openings. On the openings that you're trying to master, you can do that for that whole week. Just concentrate on that for the whole week. And then the next week, you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna concentrate the whole week on middle game. You're just gonna do that. And then the next week, you'll concentrate that week for end games. And then you'll start all over again for the next week. And just keep doing that, guy. I'm telling you, it's gonna help you out a lot. I'm telling you, guy. Matter of fact, a lot of y'all probably need to do it in that order. That whole week, opening, that whole the next week, middle game, the next week, end game. Y'all probably need to do it that way because a lot of y'all and again, it depends on y'all study habits. You know, I don't know how a lot of y'all think, but it may depend on y'all study habits. So it may depend on um the way y'all doing it. So like if you're gonna do it for like I said, for that 30 minutes a day, y'all do openings, and then the next day y'all do middle game. A lot of y'all may get distracted and things like that. So I don't know how that's going to work, but if you're going to do it that way, or if it becomes too of a distraction, then just follow that line. Just the first week, opening, second week, middle game, third week, end game, and then start right back over again. And again, it takes 21 days to reprogram your mind. And after that 21 days and everything, it should already become a habit to y'all. Some of y'all may take longer. Y'all may have to do it for a whole 30 days until you get the feel of, okay, it becomes a part of me now, you know, and then you just constantly do it. And you just got to make time, guys. I know a lot of y'all may have family. y'all may have kids or whatever y'all gotta cater to. So yeah, y'all may have to do that, but that's not a problem, guys. Just manage your time and everything. Y'all gotta put a calendar, just do that. Um oh yeah, guys, definitely, man. Hey, peace on high tech. Um Yeah, hey man, guys. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope that I've really helped y'all today. I hope everybody day is going well and everything. And I definitely I don't want to wish y'all luck because luck, nah, I don't want to wish luck, but I do want to say um have an awesome and amazing day, and definitely keep improving on y'all chess. I'll be posting some more stuff. I'm saying soon, but I'm probably gonna post some more stuff even after I get off of work and everything. So I'm gonna be doing that. But all right, guys, have a great day. And if y'all haven't or if y'all do see this, or if y'all about to come in and y'all see this for the first time, definitely make sure y'all turn on your notification bell on. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.